Just here?
What is an art museum?
What is an art museum?
It's such a fascinating question because it can be so many things to so many people.
It implies the collection of very special items to advance knowledge, to preserve things that people should not forget about.
And that facilitate that important connection through programs that make the collections that we hold in trust accessible.
I think of an art museum as an energy source.
We are talking about the greatest creations that us as human beings have been able to create.
We think of ourselves as educational institutions, but the education happens in a very different kind of way. It's as much experiential as it is cognitive.
I see art museums as social enterprises. Most people go to an art museum with someone else.
It's a cultural meeting place. It's an activist organization that can go out and really help to change the world.
It's a place that is responsive, growing, and not fixed.
It's also a place where democracy can play out in all its messiness, where art can be a springboard for talking about all the things that matter to us in our world now, whether the art we show is 1,000 years old or was made yesterday.
Museums are these pause buttons, these spaces where we can think freely, imagine freely, dream freely.
It's online, it's on site.
It's our collective memory.
It could simply say, by its very presence, that human beings, as long as we have been humans, have created. And connected to that creation is the ability to tell our stories.
Art museums are for everyone.
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 Everybody.
All people. Everywhere.
There isn't a single person you cannot touch through art.
It serves the public, and I think it produces the public in a lot of ways.
A strong, healthy, vibrant city really needs to have an art museum that can capture the essence of the city and the energy and enthusiasm of the people.
We're not just a repository. We're not just full of things. It's really all about how we share those things with our communities.
When I'm walking around the streets of Harlem, I live right near the museum, people will say to me, "Oh, I'm going to your museum today." And I'll say to them, "It's not my museum, it's your museum. I'm just taking care of it."
An art museum today is a toolbox that audiences use to become citizens rather than consumers, producers rather than consumers. And I think it's a place that fundamentally teaches curiosity, empathy, and wonder. And in so doing is, I think, the hope for humankind.
Society is going through such radical change. We're a shrinking world in which understanding is so important. So I think museums can play a really critical role in helping people to understand themselves, to have insight and understanding of the present, and to think collectively about the future.